The show was Africa Daily on Africa Global Radio, and I am Barry Musa. We bring you the show exploring happenings on the continent of Africa, ranging from news, current affairs, entertainment, forums, seminars, literature. What is it about? Fact, history bits right here on the Africa Daily Show across the continent of Africa, and we delve into the diaspora to see what's happening, and we bring those informations right there to you. All right, 6 minutes past 2 p.m., and we're about to jump into our next segment, the African Champion segment. And after that, we get to our discussion zone where you would be, welcome to join us with your thoughts, comments, and contribution. But before that, African Champion is next.
African Champions. African Champions. African Champions. African Champions.
From Kenya, Mubarak Mukiya is our African champion.
You be champion!
At the age of 16, Mukiya ventured into entrepreneurship, focusing on technology. His first creation was Enhanced Petrol Tracker, a tracking database to monitor mismanagement of oil resources by tracking oil tanker movement, oil flow, and demand, according to Africa Middle East. This is huge, right? This is huge. Anything that has to do with oil, petrol, fuel, right? Coal is something that, there's a chunk of revenue coming out there. So when you realize people are trying to play smart, right? And you finally land your hands on something that would help you track, right? And make things transparent, you would love it. Now, this is what he also did. Not just, bring in this particular tracker. His creation was well received and was duly recognized as the best student in the computer exhibit category at the annual Kenya Students' Congress on science and technology. He was also spotted by one of Kenya's richest men, Chris Kirubi. Now, here's what Chris did. He offered to actually send this young genius to Harvard. Guess what he did? He said no. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to beat? I don't know if I don't like me. Go Harvard. Come on. I wouldn't even think twice. But he said no because he had a goal. He had an ambition. He wanted to set certain things straight. It's not just about going to the bigger universities or going to the bigger schools and this and that, but it's about your capability. He didn't want it to feel like, yeah, a Harvard-trained student comes out and he does this. No, I can also do it. Even if I don't go to Harvard. Yes, brilliant stuff people are doing. We have, all over the continent, people who attended Harvard and everything, top notch. But then again, even without Harvard, I can also, make carve a niche for myself. So he turned it down politely, and then continued with his entrepreneurship drive, right? Now, he built a functional website for a book publishing and distribution company owned by his guardians. His parents died at an early age of when he was just 11, right? He was actually taken in by his guardians. Now, he later taught himself PHP, Java, and HTML, which actually helped him to design an interactive website for the business, right? Now, in 2011, Mukiya founded his own company known as Hype Century Technologies and Investments Limited. Now, the startup offered services such as web designing and web hosting in East Africa with a market focus on small to medium-sized businesses. Now, in the following year, Mukiya received the Anzisha Prize for Young Entrepreneurs for his work in Hype Century. The success of his startup began attracting the attention of international investors. He also launched a new venture called Zakasi, an online business management toolkit for small and medium-sized companies. It has enterprise resource planning, ERP. It has this capability, enabling its users to manage the inventory, accounting, human resources, and communications through a series of integrated apps. In 2015, he was featured on Forbes' Africa's 30 Under 30 as one of the most promising young entrepreneurs from Africa. Now, Mr. Kirubu, the one who offered to send him to Harvard, actually said that Mr. Mukiya is enterprising and focused. I recommended him to Harvard University, but noticed that the entrepreneurship came first, and he had no obligation to pursue the course I wanted him to go pursue. But then today, He's top notch, and that's what it is all about. African champion for today, Mubarak Mukiya from Kenya. What a spirit! I mean, how many of us would turn down Harvard University, you know, Oxford University, and all of these top-notch universities? And well, it all boils down to a certain direction, a certain goal where you want to, where you see yourself and what you see yourself achieving. Because maybe going to that place would break that chain, would stop you. Yes, you're going to learn amazing stuff, making you is definitely going to mold you into becoming a scholar, an academic, genius in that regard. But then again, you can also do greater stuff. And I like the fact that he was focusing on small and medium scale businesses, because this is where the power, the what do you call it? The power is needed in terms of getting them the right tools to use to work. The show was Africa Daily on Africa Global Radio. Log on to africaglobalradio.com on the African Champion segment and find interesting personalities such as Mubarak Mukiya doing amazing stuff, and not just to themselves, but changing the lives of others.